After the release of the 2025 WASSCE results, the shocks, the heartbreaks, and the disappointments, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has finally spoken.
Recently, the West African Exams Council has released the results for the last West African School Certificate Examination.
And his message to students and the Education Authority is not something we should ignore.
And as the Honorable Minister has said, it has become an issue of great concern to government, parents, and the public at large. I was speaking with the Minister and I've asked them to do an analysis of the examiner's report to try and decipher what could have gone so disastrously wrong.
He also said that he's instructed the Minister of Education to analyze the examiner's report so we would know what led to the student failing drastically, and also what reforms to put into the education sector so we would not have this type of result repeating itself.
It is mind-boggling that with the same teachers, the same factors in play, just from one batch to another, one batch, does so disastrously. And so we need to get to the bottom of it. But it also emphasizes the issue of foundational learning. One of the major things that has taken place in the last several years is the neglect of basic education. Inability to send the capitation grants, ensuring that we have quality teachers at the foundational level, at the basic level, because it is that level that prepares the child for secondary and tertiary education. And once you don't get that level right, you will just send the child through a conveyor belt like a factory. And when it comes out at the end, it will be picked out by quality control and said that this one did not do well.
President John Dramani Mahama in his speech emphasized the need for students to have good foundational learning. And foundational learning simply means being able to read well, write well, and solve simple arithmetic before junior high school.
And so our focus must be on foundational learning. And foundational learning means that by the time a child reaches primary school, he should be able to read properly. By the time the child leaves primary school, he should be able to write properly. By the time the child leaves primary school, he should be able to do basic arithmetic. If we're able to get our children to get these three things right, writing, reading, and arithmetic, then they have the foundation to continue into secondary education. Otherwise, it will be a factory that is just pushing them through, and at the end of it, you have the situation where a child finishes basic school and sometimes still finds it difficult to write his name. Vigilance is not going to go away. Strict invigilation is not going to go away. And so we must make sure that the children are well prepared to, on their own, be able to study and pass the exams that are waiting for them. And so I've asked the Minister, and he's told the Director General of the GES to study the examiner's report, and let's see what quick reforms we can carry out in order that our children get a quality education. But let me thank the young innovators from DEXT for this innovation. I'm pleased that it is going to primary school 4, 5, and 6. I believe that if we strengthen their knowledge of STEM, then it makes it easier for them to go into the science, technology courses when they progress into secondary education.
And that was an excellent speech delivered by our President John Dramani Mahama I think that we do not have to pamper the students anymore. So invigilation and vigilance is not going to end anytime soon. And then again, we are going to analyze the examiner's report so we would know what led to them failing drastically. As some people are blaming us on the free SHS thing, others are also saying that the questions that were set was beyond their standard. And that is how we wrap up on Trends and Wrap Daily Focus. My name is Benita Swatson. Please don't forget to follow, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. See you in my next episode.